Assalamu alaikum. Today I will provide a response to the allegation of anti-Muslim about a mistake in the Holy Quran regarding moon will darken. I will demonstrate that this allegation is based on ignorance of the anti-Muslim and misunderstanding of the Holy Quran and its meaning. Let's watch this.
Number 49. The moon will darken. The Quran also tells us that the moon will darken before it joins the sun, that the moon is already dark by default.
This is very funny. The verse means that moon becomes dark for us, so we will not see its light. It will not reflect light for us. This is the meaning of the verse, that the moon will not reflect light to us. It does not talk about the moon as an object, but it just talk about the light coming from the moon, not the moon as an object. Let's continue.
It only becomes bright because the sun shines on it, and the sunlight reflects off the surface of the moon, which gives us light at night. Moreover, if the moon was moving toward the sun, considering that this verse comes before the verse which says the two would join, then the moon wouldn't go dark. It would be even brighter, because its light is the sunlight, and for a while we would see that brightness slowly fading away, and it would be extremely bright before its collision.
So the anti-Muslim forgot or ignored that the sun itself will die. And at the end of its life cycle, at the day of judgment, it will become a black hole or a black dwarf. At this stage, no light can be emitted from the sun, so indeed the moon will darken, because the sun will also be dark. And the gravity of the sun becomes very high in its death stage, as it will be a gravity of a black hole. And as the moon is moving away from the earth by 3.8 centimeters every year, as I explained in another video, sun and moon will join, a mistake or a miracle of Quran. The link is given here below in the description. So the moon will join the sun. And subhanallah, if you look at the sequence of verses in Surah Al-Qiyamah, Surah 75, so verse 7, فَإِذَا بَرِقَ الْبَصَرُ, and when the sight become dazed, referring to the red giant stage of the sun before its death, as the luminosity of the red giant is about 1,000 times the luminosity of our sun now. So it will be very high, so that the sight will be dazed and brightened. Then the sun becomes black hole or black dwarf, and in turn the moon will become dark. Verse 8, and the moon becomes dark. Then the high gravity of the sun, when it becomes black hole, will suck the moon and they will be joined together. Verse 9, وَجُمِعَ الشَّمْسُ وَالْقَمَرُ, and when the sun and the moon are brought together. At this stage, our whole solar system will be collapsed. This will be the day of judgment. The day of judgment will start, and Almighty God will reinitiate a new creation in Surah 21, verse 104, and when the day when we will roll up heaven like the rolling up of the scroll of writings. As we originated the first creation, we shall reproduce it. So it will be a new creation. Surely we will bring it about. And Allah knows best. Wassalamu alaikum.